I'm Sara G Allison, and I'm a trichologist of nearly 30 years, and I'm an expert in hair loss. I help thousands of men and women to regrow their hair naturally. I have created a whole range of wonderful products and which I've developed at my company, Hair Today, More Tomorrow. And you can find me and my products at hairtodaymoretomorrow.com. Now, today I want to talk to you about washing your hair. It's the number one thing that surprises people when they come to see me is that I tell people to actually wash their hair more often because people are expecting that I will tell them to wash it less often. And a lot of the time, a lot of the advice that's out there already, you would get this from your hairdresser or from other YouTube videos or goodness where else that you're getting the information from. But it seems that most people that are giving very bad advice about this one, and it's my number one thing to help people if you have a hair shedding or hair loss problem or a scalp problem. And it's very, very important to actually wash your hair more often. Now, there are a couple of reasons for that. And one is that if you are actually shedding more hair, and that's when people actually stop washing their hair so often because it's quite distressing to see a lot of hair coming out when you're in the bath or the shower. So you think, well, okay, I'm just going to wash it less often and that's going to help. But no, it really doesn't. All it does is it helps the hairs to sit on your head for another couple of days longer. But at the end of the week, supposing you were to wash your hair, say once a week, you would get the same number of hairs at the end of a week as if you washed your hair every day. But if you wash your hair every day, psychologically, it really helps to see less hairs coming out than it does over the course of a week. And then you've got a whole load of hairs coming out, and then it looks very, very distressing when you see that. And actually, though, it really does help with reducing that amount of shedding that you're getting too, because it really helps with cleaning up any debris, like any dead skin cells, any pollution and dried sweat and dried salt and things that are on your hair, any products that are maybe building up on your hair. It really helps to get rid of that, and any grease obviously as well, and it makes your hair lighter and it's less likely to actually shed. But obviously the caveat to this is you must use good products. And I would normally recommend organic shampoos. Now, I have my own range. So I really recommend this shampoo, this stimulating shampoo, as a good all-rounder for any hair loss or hair growth. Well, it's good even if you don't have any hair loss, to be honest. But if you do have any dandruff, then or flaky scalp, then I have some dandruff shampoos for that. But the stimulating shampoo is the one that is a finalist in the Natural Health Beauty Awards, and this is my most popular shampoo. And now, when you are washing your hair, it's very important also that you wash it properly. So this is another thing that I do see when I'm examining clients, is that they can often have like a patch where it's clearly not being washed as well as other places, because I'll see some build up of dead skin cells and some flaky patches. And it's quite common that when you're washing your hair, you're always going to put it on your shampoo on the same places first. So try to mix it up a little bit. So try to put it in different places at different times. And also, it's very important to make sure you've wet your hair thoroughly before you put the shampoo. And ideally do a rinse and then do a second application of the shampoo. That way you will get the best results if you're looking for a really good lather and for a really good deep clean. Now, obviously, I know that sometimes you won't have time to do that, so if you just washing your hair every day is a palaver in itself, then you can do that. But for best results, I would wash your hair twice, especially if you're looking for a good lather. Now, you do need to make sure you're rinsing it off well as well. It's better to use a cooler water if you can. The colder the better. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these cold showers myself, but it does really help with flattening those cuticles and will actually help you to have better shine. It's also very good, the cool water is very good for if you have a scalp irritation. So we're really good at helping to soothe your scalp. Now, the only other caveat for when washing your hair more often is if you're actually doing a lot of styling afterwards, because that can be very damaging. So really want you to minimize the amount of heat that you are applying. So if you're using a hairdryer, I don't mind you using a hairdryer at all, but you have to keep it a bit further away if you can, and keep it on a cool setting. So keep it as far away as possible if you can, if you've got one of those hairdryers, and keep it on the coolest setting possible, because the heat can really dry out your hair and it can damage you and get some split ends and breakage, which you really don't want. So, and just be mindful of styling products that you're putting in. I try to avoid using I try to advise my clients not to use hairspray unless it's for a special occasion. Obviously, special occasions will be fine, but not on an everyday occurrence, because it can really dry your hair out, make it very brittle and break. And also just be very careful about what other products you're putting in. But generally speaking, I don't really mind so much the other types of products as long as they're good ones. Hair mousse can be quite good if you want to create a bit more volume in your hair. Obviously, try to go for organic if you can to minimize any chemicals that you could be putting in your hair. So really that's about what I wanted to say today for washing your hair. Just step it up a little bit more than you're doing. Wash it every day or at least every other day for best results. And if you're interested in booking a consultation, then my details are here and in the description box below. And if you wanted to buy my shampoos, then they're on my website. Please like and subscribe, and there'll be more from me later, but bye for now.